This video was brought to you by my beautiful Patreon community and my YouTube channel members. Thank you so much. Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate Halloween. You probably know that by now. It is one in the long list of holidays that are banned in the religion. But why is that? Since we're already deep in the spooky season this year, I think it's the perfect time to talk about Halloween in the Jehovah's Witness world. So grab some candy and relax because we're going balls deep into the world of the occult. The reason Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate Halloween is because they consider it a pagan holiday. And well, it kind of is. Halloween is the syncretism between the pagan Celtic festival of Samhain and All Hallows Day, which in the liturgical calendar is a day to commemorate the martyred saints. So a fusion between paganism and Christianity. But although most Christians will simply dismiss these pagan customs as a thing of the past, JWs believe that the origins of a holiday should dictate if it should be celebrated. Look at this article from their official website.
Do the pagan origins of Halloween matter? Yes. Although some people view Halloween as harmless fun, the practices associated with it are in direct conflict with Bible teachings. Halloween is based on false beliefs about the dead and invisible spirits, or demons.
But the ban on Halloween is only the tip of the iceberg. It's only one of several practices that fall under the term Spiritism. And what is Spiritism, you may ask? Well, it's an umbrella term that includes ghosts, magic, demons, zombies, wizards, werewolves, vampires, and really anything spooky. But what makes Spiritism so bad? The official website explains.
Why does the Bible strongly condemn Spiritism? Spiritism promotes alliance with demons. The Bible teaches that some angels rebelled against God and made themselves his enemies. These wicked angels called demons mislead people through spirit mediums, fortune tellers, and those who practice divination and astrology. Practicing these things would align us with enemies of God. Spiritism promotes the false belief that certain humans can predict the future. However, only God can say, "From the beginning I foretell the outcome, and from long ago the things that have not yet been done." Isaiah 46:10.
Well, that's rich, coming from a religion that has constantly tried to predict the future.
Spiritism promotes the false belief that the dead can communicate with the living. However, the Bible says, "The dead know nothing at all. There is no work, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave." Ecclesiastes 9:5 and 10. For those reasons, Jehovah's Witnesses shun practices that are associated with Spiritism.
So there you have it. Spiritism is bad because it's inspired by demons and because it teaches things that are not found in the Bible. But you're not only expected to avoid practicing the occult, you're also to avoid any entertainment having to do with magic, like in this video.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
I saw that you wanted. Don't lie to me, Walt!
There's nothing on. Wait, this is the show everyone at work has been talking about. It's supposed to be great. But it looks really spiritistic.
Vampires, werewolves, witches are all associated with the spirit world. So if our entertainment involves any of these, we might meditate on Psalms 97:10 and ask ourselves, do I really hate what Jehovah hates?
It doesn't look that bad. But I know Jehovah hates Spiritism, and I want to hate what Jehovah hates. That verse also says Jehovah will guard his loyal ones. I want to show him that I'm one of his loyal ones.
Okay, so let's break down everything that JWs associate with Spiritism, because there's a lot of things. First, we have magic. In theory, JWs are supposed to avoid anything related to magic. They don't make a distinction between white magic or dark magic, it's all the same to them. But in practice, most Jehovah's Witnesses will overlook this rule when it comes to their favorite movies and TV shows. Like superhero movies. All my JW friends loved The Avengers, even though there's a bunch of magic in those movies. I mean, come on, Thor is literally a pagan god. And then they introduced Doctor Strange, who is just a straight up wizard. But there are some really strict JW families that wouldn't let their children watch Star Wars, for example, because the Force was very similar to magic. My uncle didn't let us watch Pokemon since he believed it was associated with demons, since Pokemon sounds a lot like demon, even though it literally means pocket monsters, but he didn't catch that point. And I remember when one of my high school friends converted to the religion and got baptized, he burned all his Harry Potter movies. And he owned all of the collection. He was a big Harry Potter fan, but he was motivated to burn all these DVDs because he converted. Harry Potter is the one series that all JWs will avoid like the plague. And I could go on and on with stories of JW's families banning certain things, but since Watchtower never releases an official list of things to avoid, every family decides on their own. So you have really strict families that will ban every single thing, even Disney movies, and there's families that really don't care and their kids will just watch anything. And I mean, since most animated movies have some sort of magical element to it, it's really hard to be all that strict. The ban on magic also applies to video games, although as you can imagine, everyone just kinda does their own thing. I grew up playing The Legend of Zelda and no one ever told me anything.
The fact is, video games promote lots of things the Bible condemns. Violence, immoral sex, and spiritism.
What kind of movies and video games were banned in your household? Let me know in the comments below. The ban on magic also applies to objects, as can be seen in the first episode of Become Jehovah's Friends, the cartoon produced for Jehovah's Witnesses. In it, Caleb borrows a wizard toy from one of his friends, he brings it home, and his mom is not very happy about it.
Caleb, who likes magic? Jehovah or Satan?
Satan.
Right. Magic is bad. That's why Jehovah hates it. Do you really want to play with something that Jehovah hates? Caleb,
I am so proud of you.
What might seem like an innocent toy to you can be a spiritually dangerous thing to a JW. JWs don't believe in the immortality of the soul, so they view the idea of ghosts as sacrilegious almost. Which is funny because there's actually a story in the Bible featuring ghosts when King Saul goes to consult a spirit medium and the ghost of the prophet Samuel shows up. So JWs are supposed to avoid ghosts, but they're also supposed to avoid vampires, werewolves, zombies, pretty much anything paranormal. Although again, most believers are not super strict with their entertainment. I remember owning the 2 live-action Scooby-Doo movies. You remember those with the hideous monsters? I mean, the first one was pretty demonic, I would say, but my parents never really gave me trouble for it. Although most JWs are willing to view stuff with magic and ghosts, reading your horoscope is a big no-no for some reason. Anything related to predicting your future is forbidden. This includes divination, palm readings, tarot cards, and of course, the Ouija board, which is seen as the worst thing you can possibly do. Although JWs don't practice exorcisms, they are terrified of demons. In the mythos of this religion, demons can use objects to exert their influence over people, so new converts are expected to burn any objects related to spiritism, like Harry Potter movies. This way, the demons don't have any way of getting into your life. And there's a lot of superstition in this religion. Although the Watchtower discourages its members from sharing demon stories, you will hear a few of them in your life in the religion. I think the strangest demon story I heard was from an elder who said he visited a woman who was studying the Bible, and apparently she still had some occult item on her because her bed started levitating, and he had to say the name Jehovah several times, and then the demons left. I'm super serious. This was a story I heard. Maybe some of the details are off, but you will hear some of these outlandish tales.
As Emma told the story, I had to speak up and tell the elders that she was leaving things out. But I was surprised when the elders said they didn't need all the details. They explained that while we are aware of the danger that demons pose, we do not spend time talking about their activities. Even Jesus, when he was on earth, could have told his disciples many stories about the doings of wicked spirits, but instead, he focused on Jehovah and his activities. We should do the same, instead of telling stories about what the demons may or may not have done.
I also heard a story of a demon trying to choke an elder while he was trying to give a talk in the Kingdom Hall, because apparently someone in the Kingdom Hall was wearing a magic amulet. If you heard any demon stories in your time in the religion, please let me know in the comments below, because some of them are actually pretty funny. Jehovah's Witnesses avoid anything related to false religion. This includes not only holidays like Halloween and Christmas, but also amulets which might be used for good luck. Belief in sorcery tends to be more common in African countries, so Watchtower publications tend to depict African people as like these primitives who need to be taught the Bible because they're using talismans to protect themselves from spirits.
Palesa put an amulet on a baby's wrist for protection, but the terror continued all night long. Of course, it wasn't really her grandmother, and nothing in the house was broken, but the attack was real. Stories about the spirit world weren't new to me. Our neighbors, the people I work with, the people in our territory, almost everyone believes in spirits, whether they admit it or not. No, more than believe, they fear them. I had only been studying the Bible about 6 months longer than Palesa. But my study had proved to me that wicked spirits are here on earth, that they try to interact with people, and that they are dangerous enemies. Emma called the elders for help. She didn't want us to handle a situation on our own. The elders explained to Palesa that the string around her daughter's wrist is not part of the armor from God. Instead, it is giving Satan an opportunity to continue to harass the family. The brothers reminded us that anyone who wants Jehovah's protection must completely break free from anything associated with superstition, spiritism, and demon worship. Who would ever choose to side with wicked spirits instead of with Jehovah? Emma reminded Palesa of how urgent the situation was, but only Palesa could decide what she would do.
All this paranoia over this little bracelet.
I'm a ghost!
Now, to be frank, my family was never super strict when it came to entertainment. We could watch stuff with magic on it as long as it wasn't like Harry Potter. But of course, as a Jehovah's Witness child, you weren't allowed to go trick-or-treating or to participate in Halloween parties at school, which, looking back, it wasn't actually too bad. Not celebrating Halloween is not as awkward as not celebrating Christmas or your birthday, so I don't have many regrets in that regard. And to be honest, since I've left the religion, I'm yet to get into the spooky season spirit. You know, maybe it's just not my thing. I think I'm more of a birthday dude myself, but it's still nice to be able to celebrate Halloween or watch movies with magic and vampires on them without feeling guilty. I still have to catch up on Harry Potter though. Yeah, I never really watched those movies. And all things considered, Jehovah's Witnesses are not the only Christian group that avoids Halloween. Actually, a lot of evangelicals are very strict when it comes to witchcraft and the occult. Sometimes they're even more strict than Jehovah's Witnesses, labeling anything they don't like as satanic or demonic. So yeah, maybe the hate towards Halloween is more of a fundamentalist trend instead of a quirk exclusive to Jehovah's Witnesses.
Go to your local store and see what customs are being presented and sold for Halloween. Nothing about it is righteous, nothing about it is light, nothing about it is love, nothing about it is faith. It's spookiness, it's fear, it's ghosts, and it's all haunted houses and all of that feel. And the Bible makes it very clear. Things don't have to have the word, you'll get a demon if you buy this, for you to know it's unfruitful works of darkness. And you and I are not.
So I would love to hear from you guys. If you're an ExJW, do you celebrate Halloween after leaving the religion? And if you're a Christian, is your church okay with celebrating Halloween? Let me know in the comments below. As always, a huge thank you to my wonderful Patreons and YouTube channel members for your financial support. If you would like to gain early access to all my videos, please head on over to Patreon or become a channel member. It's only $1 a month and it really helps me out to keep making more videos. As always, thank you for watching guys, have a wonderful day, and stay away from Harry Potter.
¡Arráncate, vampiro! No, quería estar más cerca para escucharlos mejor. ¡Aliviánate! ¡Inténtalo y ya! Ya que, tal vez un solito. ¡Sácame la verga, Lupe! ¡Ven y dame unas mamadas!